Hello and thanks for joining us this hour on AN24 TV News Updates. I am Emmanuel Ijiola. The top stories. Federal government directs ministers, ambassadors, others with political ambitions to hand over. Amechi, Akpabio, Onu, others resign to pursue presidential aspirations. Tinubu, Osinbajo, Bakare, others submit APC presidential forms. This and more after this break. Federal government has directed all ministers, ambassadors, and heads of ministries and departmental agencies of government affected by the presidential directive to resign ahead of the 2023 polls to hand over to most senior officials in their institutions. It will be recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari, during the weekly virtual Federal Executive Council meeting on Wednesday, directed ministers and aides who have expressed intentions to run for the elective offices in the 2023 general elections to resign their appointments immediately. In line with President Buhari's directive, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, in the early hours of Thursday, issued the circular which provided details of the President's directive. The instruction, which takes immediate effect, will affect not just members of the cabinet, but also ambassadors, heads of government agencies, parastatals, and departments, as well as other political appointees with intentions to run for office. They have up to Monday, May 16, to turn in their resignation according to the presidential directive. 4 members of the Federal Executive Council (FEC) have resigned in line with the directive by President Muhammadu Buhari that all ministers vying for any elective office in 2023 to resign on or before Monday, May 16th. AN24 TV gathered that 5 ministers who obtained the All Progressive Congress APC presidential expression of interest and nomination forms have resigned to pursue their aspirations. They are Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, Minister of Science and Technology, Ogbonaya Onu, and Minister of State for Education, Chukwemeka Wajuiba. Bearing any last-minute change of mind, it is expected that Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, and Minister of State for Petroleum, Timipre Silva, who had already declared their interest to vie for 2023 presidency, will tender their resignation before Monday, May 16th. The Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Talin, who are aspiring to be governorship and senatorial candidates in Kebbi and Plateau states respectively, are also expected to tender their resignations. Ahead of the May 30 to June 1 presidential primaries of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), some aspirants on the platform of the party stormed the International Conference Center, Abuja, on Wednesday to submit their completed expression of interest and nomination forms. AN24 TV gathered that out of the 28 aspirants who have declared their interest to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023, 3 of the presidential hopefuls have submitted their forms to the party. They are APC National Leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, and Senior Pastor of the Citadel Global Community Church, Pastor Tunde Bakare. More presidential aspirants are expected to submit their forms today or tomorrow ahead of the screening of APC presidential aspirants scheduled for Saturday. Following ongoing industrial actions in Nigerian universities, the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, will hold an emergency meeting with the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Assu, Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, Nasu, and other registered trade unions in Nigeria universities today. The emergency meeting, to be chaired by Professor Gambari, will take place at Banquet Hall, Presidential Villa, on Thursday by 4 p.m. in order to resolve ongoing industrial actions in the universities. The spokesman for the Ministry of Labour and Employment, Olajide Oshundun, in a formal notice in Abuja, disclosed that the meeting will be hosted by Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, in Abuja. He also noted that other identified interest groups and civil society organizations are invited to the meeting. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has kicked against the zoning of the presidential ticket and has decided to throw the contest for its 2023 presidential candidate to all interested aspirants. The decision was taken by the party on Wednesday after its 96th National Executive Committee meeting, NEC, held at the PDP Wadata Plaza National Secretariat ahead of the presidential primary stated for May 28 and 29. The National Executive Committee of the party noted that recommendation of the zoning committee is in the interest of justice and fair play, adding that the party would take decisions on zoning to prevent complications in the process. According to the PDP's National Publicity Secretary, Debo Ologunagba, the NEC also appointed former Senate President David Mark to chair its National Convention Planning Committee. And now on sports news. The Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, has revealed more details on the situation between the federation and former Super Eagles coach, Gernot Rohr. On Monday, FIFA ordered NFF to pay the German a sum of $377,879.46. That is equivalent to $157 million in compensation after he was sacked before the end of his contract. Responding to the FIFA directive, the Director of Communication, Nigeria Football Federation, Ademola Olajire, revealed via its WhatsApp platform, Family United by Sport, that NFF had already agreed to pay the coach a major chunk of cash before FIFA's intervention. He said part of the money would also be used to pay Rohr's assistance bonuses. Olajire said the $300,000 was Rohr's 6-month pay that the NFF had earlier agreed to pay him, even before he went to FIFA. He also noted that the remaining $78,000 was the bonuses of his assistants who were not paid when Rohr got his pay. And that's the news this hour. You can join us on all our social media handles showing on the screen.